ChadArmesTV, man, we are back, and this is the first ChadArmesTV interview that we've done on the new I Got Some Shit to Say podcast set. And we got one of the homies we've been cool for 10 plus years. We actually got some music together from back in the day. Yeah. And I'm glad he's finally been able to come up here. And this is the homie Tinn man.
What up, what up, what
yeah,
up?
Man, what's up, bro?
Finally in the house. It feels like it's been 10, 12 years since I've been kicking it up here and, fucking with y'all on, a music thing. And it's always been mutual, though. It's always been, we're in the same building or stuff a day after each other, or record the same studio and not get to, really be in there together.
I think the first time I met you was when you did your verse for Worm's 85 Cutlass. Mm-hmm. Back in the day. Yeah. Did you come up here for that?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I met you.
I think it was Black Fly back then.
Yeah, that was like 2011.
Back when they had the building over there, yeah.
Yeah. And
then, that's what I was coming up here for. That's what got everything started was,
Yeah.
I mean, for me in Nashville was that building and coming up here when Sunny Paradise and Charlie P were doing the Black Fly thing, man. And honestly, off the rip, that was MySpace days. I mean, you know what I mean? Like back then. So I think Johnny Cashville, I think was the reason I came up here the first time. I'm pretty sure. I come up here to me and him was going to do a song together, so I drove up here to do it. Mm-hmm. And that was my excuse to come to Nashville, and I was like, man, I'm going. I'm taking advantage of it to go up to Nashville and shake hands with whoever I can. And we rode up here one day, me and Nato and Willie, I think, was with us the first time we come up here. And we did that song over there. I met everybody. Jelly was there. I mean, we kicked it with Jelly and stuff.
Yeah, he had an office up there too.
Yeah, he had an office there too, you know what I mean? Actually, when we were up there, that was when I think him and Lil White did their first venture together, because I met Lil White while I was up there too.
Yeah. That was the Snow Project.
The first thing they ever got in there and done, recorded in them offices up there. I was like, man, that's cool. Just to be a part of all that, I'm like, I was like, man, these people I listen to down in Georgia, and now I'm up here with them. But, I mean, it's awesome coming up here. And, I mean, just off the rip, man, like what y'all have been doing, it's like, it's awesome to see it, because I remember y'all have always been doing this. I mean, like, y'all been doing it, and it's like, it's awesome to see, like, damn, even 15 years later, the couple that are still left, that are still like, hey man, these boys grinding it out still, like, y'all getting it, man. It's cool as hell, dude. Like, I'm blessed to be here, man. Like, I'm thankful that y'all even I'm a spec, when it comes to underground music up here, man.
Well, you get talked about a lot, though. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, people ask about you a lot. They've asked me about you a lot. They've asked me to interview you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
The
love, for sure,
And we had tried to do it, I want to say a year or so ago, and I was going to come to Georgia.
Yep.
And it was just a scheduling thing or something, because I know we were going back and forth to Louisiana with Broadnax, and then we went to see Adam in Chicago. Yeah. We were kind of moving around a lot, and so it just kind of didn't work out, but now you get to do both of them.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, another excuse to come to Tennessee. I mean, this is my second home. Right. I want to buy some property up here. Like, I want to move up here. You know what I mean? It just helped things a lot. To move up here, because I'm just connected here. Like, I don't really mess around in Atlanta. Even though I can't take nothing away from Atlanta's music, scene or whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome up there. I just didn't really fit in with them when it come to my style of music. Being back roadsy and country, along with more urban and hip hop, kind of just clashed in Atlanta. City life, and I don't know nothing about it. So I go up there and I'm still amazed at the buildings. When it comes to city life. So I've been signed to a label in Atlanta. Is why I'm saying all that, and I felt it out, and I tried to do my thing up there, and it just didn't work out. We didn't jive. We butted heads a little bit when it come to ideas and marketing, because of the artist I was. I'm just me, and I can't. It was hard for me at the time to understand. Hey man, you need to make this hit song. This is what we're after. And I just wanted to do music. I just wanted to write what I wanted to write and do what I wanted to do. And none of that's good enough for a label that wants a hit song. You know what I mean? So that didn't work in Atlanta. So I was like, man, coming to Nashville is the spot for me, as far as comfort zone and where I need to be at. But,
well, let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. So, were you born and raised in Georgia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What part was it Atlanta, or was it?
No. I'm hour south, straight down the map from Atlanta, and I was born in Griffin, Georgia.
Okay.
Lived there till 6th grade, 7th grade, and moved to Barnesville, which is just the county over. Yeah. And then finished out school and been in Barnesville pretty much ever since, which is a little small, couple red light little small town life. I mean,
yeah. What was it like growing up? Like as a kid, you have siblings?
Oh yeah. I got a big family. I've got 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay.
And that's on Dad's side, and they're all different moms. I got one like real brother, same mom like that, but Dad. I think my dad was married 6 times though. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've been around the block then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was crazy. I mean, growing up was wild down there, because, I mean, my dad's he's from Mexico. My dad's was adopted from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So I'm half Mexican and Hispanic, but nobody knows that. Nobody knows that really.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just never come up.
Yeah.
But. Which is a funny story. I know we're on this topic or something else, but
no, go
I was about to we were doing a mixtape, or we had an idea for a mixtape, and one of the guys, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Crooked C back then that said something about it. And he was like, "Man, we need to call it the Crazy White Boy so and so or something like that." What he was doing, and I was like, I don't know. He was like, why not? And I was trying not to be like, but I said, I don't really feel like I should be called the Crazy White Boys, because I really ain't like fully white. I don't want to, I was like, I'm kind of multiracial. And he was like, oh, damn, bro, like I never knew that. I just thought you're just dark, I just tan real good. I was like, no, I actually am. Yeah, my dad was adopted from Mexico. And then he was brought over here and brought to Georgia. I think he was 3-4 weeks old. Mm-hmm. And I've actually got his from Tijuana, his birth certificate over there, all in Spanish and stuff like that. From when he passed, we finding out all that stuff. But I grew up in Barnesville with my nana had custody of us growing up. Mm-hmm. Kind of trailer park, living behind Red Apple. Yeah. I lived there forever. Went to my dad got his stuff together. We ended up moving to Hilton Head for a little while. I lived in Hilton Head Island. Maybe 2 years when Dad was with Brandy, she just recently passed away, so R.I.P. to I still call her my stepmom.
R.I.P. man.
We moved up there. That's when kind of things changed. Everything was going good. I was, man, we're rich. We live in Hilton Head. This little boy from the trailer park, man, we're on the beach. That didn't last long.
Yeah.
So we ended up, I moved out from with my dad, and I moved in with my mom. Now, I know that kind of jumps around a little bit, but my mom didn't have custody of us anyway. My dad supposedly did, but he wasn't around because he was doing his thing, so Nana took care of us. But anyway, I finally started seeing my mom again, like on the weekends. You know how that goes, visitation and stuff like that, growing up crazy, once defects and stuff gets in. So I started going and meeting Mom on the weekends. We would get to stay with Mom. And then when I got old enough to decide, I moved in with Mom and was like, man, I'm going to live over here with Mom. Well, that was kind of bad relationship with her ex-husband.
You and him did?
Not me and him. Now I can't say he was ever out of the way towards me, man. I ain't gonna say that, but but yeah, it was rough. It was bad. I mean, he was, without getting too crazy into it, he's a lot of domestic violence and stuff. He was just. And
you had to see a lot of that.
Yeah, he was just a piece of shit, dude. Honestly, you know what I mean? Yeah. And just a piece of shit kind of guy that you don't need around no woman, but whatever. We lived through it. It got pretty bad into that, and a lot of people don't know that story because I never really got into all that. But we ended up having that's how we ended up in Barnesville, Georgia. Was we left. Okay. We pretty much had to run away. You know what I mean? Just leave everything. And I remember the cops coming and escorting us, out of the house and stuff, like get with, your bare necessities and y'all got to go. We thought it was going to have to be, protection situation and stuff like that. But it ended up, after some years went by blowing over. My mom got married again to my stepdad, which is a great dude. Love him to death. He's great. I think they've been married 20 years now or something.
That's cool.
He's a great dude, which is great. We got out of that whole situation, but it's crazy. And then I come to Barnesville, and that's, back then the Eminem thing had hit, and 8 Mile had come out, and everybody was, so I started battle rapping down here in Barnesville, like just on some, let's freestyle battle,
Is that how you got into rap? Like
that's how I got in, yeah.
The first recollection you have of like, what got you into rap music? Was it something you heard from Eminem, or was it earlier than that?
I'd say the Eminem thing.
Like
and
early
honestly,
2000s, late
yeah,
90s?
yeah, probably back in there. And me and my buddy were real into hip hop, and he was like, man, you should try to do that, So we just started fucking around at his house, just battling each other, doing little dumb shit like that. And then it got where I was like, man, we started going to people's parties and battling and football games, high school football games and stuff, and we'd find somebody that could battle from, whatever other county we were in and bet money or whatever, battle them at the football games and just started battle rapping. Well, from battle rapping, it ended up going to, I started trying to write stuff. I was like, I need to try to write a song. Battling's cool and all, but I don't have no music. It was like so.
And it was freestyle battle. It wasn't
just freestyle. Yeah, no, it's just freestyle battling. We just make up stuff just to get a crowd going there, because back you'd be at a party and it'd be dead as hell. Anybody doing nothing. We start. Me and my friend Ronnie would battle each other. We was there together, but it was like shit. Let's get everybody going. We just start battling each other, just going ham on each other, and it'd get everybody going. So that's kind of how it started. I sat down one night, and this is crazy because it's back when Ask Jeeves and shit was popping back then. AOL Instant Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, and the dial-up internet days. Big thick ass gateway computer about that deep. I was sitting down. I just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm a Ask Jeeves for record labels in Atlanta that got emails I can contact. And so I emailed everybody like this generic email or whatever. Just give me a shot. I need a shot. I'm good. I promise I'm good. I think I was 17. At the time when all this was happening, and one of them hit me back, and they're like, "You can be here Monday morning, 9:30 in the morning. If you're late, don't knock on the door." Cool. I had my mom's friend, because the time I went, it was Martin Luther King Day. We were out of school that day, and I had her friend take me up there. Mom's work. Mom didn't know nothing about it. She was just like, so I go up there, I meet the guy, and the dude's like, "Oh my God," you could just tell he's just like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Where's your CD at and your music?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have none. I just been writing. I got these papers." I brought like a stack of papers. Oh, and he was like, "You don't got nothing for me to listen to?" And I'm like, "Well, if you want to listen to me," I remember him being like, "Oh shit." He was like, let me go get some coffee." And he left the room, and I remember looking at the Doreen that brought me up there, and I was like, I don't know what's about to happen. And I rapped for him, just some stuff I had on paper, just rapping. And he was like, do another one. And I was like, oh damn, like he's feeling it. Yeah. So he gave me a shot. Ended up signing me to what was called back then, I said years ago, Unzip Records. Mm-hmm. But it was the studio in Smyrna. I'm pretty sure it was Lil Jon's studio back then.
Oh, so Smyrna, Georgia.
Yeah, Smyrna, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Lil Jon's situation, and they're a division from Warner, I believe. And so I got on with them. We did maybe 6 songs. Nothing ever came from it. It just...
You recorded them?
And nothing ever. Yeah, pretty much shelved it. It is what it is. It happens. I was young, and as soon as I was on with them, bro, I'm quitting school. I'm done. I ain't.
You think that's it?
Yeah, mama's on my ass. I know you're not. No, you're not. Hell no, you're gonna go to school tomorrow. Yeah. So here it got where I was like, all right, I'm trying to skip school, go to the studio and stuff like that. Whoever take me to Atlanta or Smyrna area or whatever, I'd go. Yeah. But that didn't work. Things got a little crazy. I shied away from music. Hopped back in again as I started getting in trouble a little bit right in that area when all the music thing happened from, Lord knows, from 17 to 27 probably. Did
you ever have to go sit down for a minute?
No.
Okay, well, that's good.
I just, my house got raided when I was 19. They raided my house, and I ended up doing like 7 days, a week in there, it wasn't nothing like that. So bonded out of there, everything was cool. I did my little felony probation stuff, and I actually recently got all that taken care of though, as far as getting my felonies expunged and stuff like that, which is cool, so I don't have to worry about that. Like I can get guns and vote and shit now, which is pretty damn cool, Yeah. But, so that's how all that happened.
Jelly's still trying to get that one expunged from him from when he was 18 years old, bro. Yeah. They still, in Tennessee, I guess they won't.
It took me, I got in trouble when I was 19 like that, and it took, 27, 28 probably, that long. I know I had to do my probation period and then wait some more time and then go apply and try to get it all handled, you know what I mean? But they when my son was little, I wanted to like help coach T-ball or something out there at the rec with him, and that's how I got all brought up. They wouldn't let me, they did a background check and I was like, nah. So I was like, I need to get that taken care of,
T-ball coach?
Yeah, they did a background check. I was like, nah, you got felonies, they didn't want you out there. So I was like, oh, okay. So we didn't do that, so I went and got it taken care of right after that, though, but then I jumped back into music again, and after that, I tried to...
What time frame was this when you jumped back in it?
Me and my wife had got together. I was 21, 22 at this time. That's when I really started trying to push and like, all right, I need to build a studio on my own and figure this thing out instead of depending on people, because before it was, I still, you know, I never learned that the technical, the side of it. I can work Pro Tools a little bit, but I never learned what I needed to learn to be successful anyway. So I was always dependent on somebody. So I said I need to build a studio, learn some programs. I got to be able to record when I want to record instead of paying money. I mean, I had people get me $350 at a time, you know, just to go in there and record and stuff, and I still wasn't leaving with nothing worth of crap. You know, it's just they was just getting the money because I knew I was hungry at the time, and so I started building studios and getting into it. And then from then, that's when I started coming to Nashville and jumping in the studio with people up here had a bigger fan base, you know, as far as like I was tapping into, you know, the fan bases of people I was around because I was up there trying to get pictures and be seen, you know. So when I came up here, I jumped on back when High Roller was doing the mixtapes.
The Chess Move stuff?
Yep.
Or Chess Move Nationwide?
Yep, the Nationwide. Yep.
Yep.
And I got to say, doing the Nationwide thing, that opened up like all kind of doors, you know, as far as me getting on with people, because it put me around the country, but at the same time, like, I knew, I was like, man, I got to come on here and do my thing and show out, you know, I don't got 3 verses on 3 different songs, but they got to remember me out of everybody, you know what I mean? So I got to do something. So those helped me out a lot. Through those is how I met Lily and David Ray and the people like that, you know, that were popping. They were
sometimes featured on those.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And from then, man, that's what led me to pretty much my music where I'm at as far as a career move. I mean, as far as my career goes, man, to jump in and be like, okay, Rehab, Johnny Cashfield's the one that got me up here.
Yep.
I got to say that meeting David Ray has been the best thing as far as happening in my music career goes. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, because if you know David Ray, man, it's a good dude. I mean, he's just solid as hell. You know, don't get no better than David Ray. And when he heard me, he was like, man, he's like, bro, you got it. He was like, if I could sign you, I would. You know, he was like, straight up, if I could sign you, bro, I'd sign you. He's like, but, you know, we're all still doing our thing, you know what I mean? So, but from that day on, I never had to pay in Nashville again when I came up here as far as recording. David Raymond and Tara opened their home up to me and my wife. You know what I mean? Like, they fed me. They take great care of me when I come up here. The hospitality's always been good, man. And I ain't had to worry about nothing when I was in Nashville because me and David Ray have always been so close, man. Like, that man's, like, my brother and my dad at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, that's who I go talk to for anything, music-wise, contract-wise. He's worked me through other deals in Atlanta, you know. And then when I started going to his house, you know, recording in the basement with him, we started being able to put out content and mixtapes and stuff like that through David Ray, and he was helping me as much as he could, you know. And that's how I got my features with Jelly and stuff like that back in the day. You know, honestly, it's because of D-Ray. You know, D-Ray had me plugged in with everybody and vouched for me enough to, you know, get me on with them. But so getting on with D-Ray just started, boom, I was like, I'm going to come up here as much as I can now because now I got a place to go, stay, or whatever. We sleeping on the floor, on couches, whatever, bed, you know, in D-Ray's basement up there.
Is that when D-Ray had the studio in the basement?
Yeah. We was driving to Dixon and shooting stuff in the basement and stuff and recording our everything. I mean, lives was, you sleep on the couch outside and they're in the studio in there and vice versa. But I got to meet, I mean, everybody, you know, in that basement, you know what I'm saying?
We used to record a few things back there in the 2011, 2012 time frame. We recorded some stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, everybody used to come to that basement, man. If you're in Nashville and you're in underground music, you've probably been in D-Ray's basement recording something, you know what I mean? Like, and he's always been plugged like that, dude. Like, you know, he's just been the spot, dude. And he's always looked out for me, man. He took me under his wing, and I remember sitting down there and them having this idea to, you know, on his property of building the studio and stuff, and like, yeah, you know, cool, you know. And then it happening, and him just talking it into it just coming, you know. He just talked it into existence, man, and he built an amazing place out there, dude.
It's a dream spot, man.
That I got to, and I got to take off work and go up there, man, and help him, you know, insulate it and build on it and stuff like that. Just because I was like, man, I got to be a part of this because I knew how great it was going to be. And I actually haven't went up there since it's been finished, you know, like since it's like totally done.
It's amazing, dog. It is amazing.
Meeting David Ray, man, in that spot up there, it changed everything. Because then, of course, he ended up coming up with Damn It Boy Entertainment. And when he come up with Damn It Boy Entertainment, of course, I was the first person that he was like, hey, bro, you know, you're, of course, obviously you're a part of this. You know, you're with us. So that's how I got with Damn It Boy at the time I was like, all right, cool.
That's where the solo album Till the Wheels Fall Off. That was through Damn It Boy, right? 2016.
Yeah, the album that came out with them then, and that's when stuff started changing, and Wasted Away blew up, and once Wasted Away, I say blew up on YouTube, started hitting millions of views on there. That was the year after.
Right?
The Wasted Away thing was like the first video I done, and it was out years before anybody ever found it, really. It was on YouTube forever. But when the Damn It Boy thing kicked off, I guess the people started, you know, something kicked in with the algorithm or whatever, and people started watching it. So I was like, oh, we're getting 100,000 views on this thing like it ain't nothing, you know, real quick on this video. All of a sudden, the Wasted Away video helped pop a lot of stuff. That's why I started getting some phone calls and shit, and people are like, hey man, let's talk about making some money, you know. But being what it's been the whole time is everybody, you know, it's money. It's all about the money, and I didn't learn the other side of the game. I didn't learn it was, okay, how much money do you think we can make? Yeah, let's run it. And then you end up with no money, you know. Once things pop and it doesn't pop like you think, you end up with nothing. Just, you know, live and learn, but.
Oh yeah, bro. Because I'm looking. I'll put a screenshot of the Wasted Away on there. It's at 4.1 million views, and I see what you're talking about because you dropped it in 2013, and then you said, and then what? Y'all didn't do anything special with it after it just started. People just started.
Like I've never put $1 into marketing. Like when it comes to it's. I mean, and people have told me, hey man, that's actually one of my downfalls is I haven't put any money back in anything I've really released like that, you know, because I'm so, like I was telling you earlier, I don't know about the technical side of it. So I'm afraid I don't want to invest no money in some shit where I'm like, oh damn, I'm not trying to buy views either. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so I don't know what I'm investing in. So I don't know if a $5 investment is worth it, or if I need to invest $500 in this ad or whatever, you know, to promote it on so it kicks in higher on the algorithm or whatever. I don't know how Wasted Away blew up like that, other than just
organically.
It's just people, man, that went and saw it and was like, man, this touches, you know. And it was one of them things where when I recorded the song, I didn't really care for it. It was one of I needed to do a video because people are like, you need to get on YouTube. You got to do a video. You got to get music videos out. So I was like, okay. That was one of the only songs we had like finished and completed that I actually owned so that we could record on, you know, or actually shoot a video to it, you know. So that's how we ended up doing that one. And then little did I know it's going to blow up. But
yeah, bro, and I didn't realize that it was 2013. And now looking at the video, it's playing on my phone over here, and you were super young.
Oh yeah. I mean, real young. And when that kicked off, man, things started changing, dude. Like I say, that's what started the whole Nashville. The music thing was David Ray and the mixtapes, man. Like it really helped. So I started trying to grind and do shows as much as I could.
Yeah. Did y'all after that solo album through Damn It Boy, Till the Wheels Fall Off? You were featured on some of their stuff too, right? The Eye for an Eye stuff.
The Eye for an Eye stuff, and that's when I really, you know, which at the time, you know, they were doing their thing too. So me as an artist, you know, being with other artists, you know, I kind of had to respect my position when it come to, you know, the pecking order of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. It's business. You know what I'm saying? It's just business, and they're popping, and they've invested a lot of money in, you know, in what they got going on. So I wasn't gonna bitch about it, you know, and be like, hey, what about me? So I just was trying to take advantage of whatever shows they had. I was trying to be seen with them, and you know, I'm trying to, hey, let me open up. Yeah, I just want to pay my dues, and you know, I'm the type, I carry the guitar cases and shit, whatever, you know, we'll stack drums, whatever we need to do, bro, to, you know, to come along and hang out and shit. And D-Ray's always been cool about that, man. If anything's going on, he'd be like, hey man, come with me. You know, you need experience. You need experience this because I'm just country boy. I don't know what the hell, you know, this lavish living up here in the music world, I don't know nothing about. So he's like, hey, you need to come experience this. Or he's always been good about, hey man, so-and-so's coming to the studio. If you can get up here, damn, work with them real quick, you know, while you can, you know. That's how I got out with Alex King was he happened to be coming up, I think it was like a Thursday. I left work, drove straight to Nashville that night. We recorded all night. I drove straight back home the next morning, you know, as far as, because I just needed to take advantage of Alex King being there, you know what I mean, like, to be able to work with him. So it was just being hungry, man, and grinding and getting on it back then, you know, but life happens, bro. Oh, for sure. You know how life happens, man, and it hits hard sometimes, and I had to sit.
Yeah, well, I know that we did, because we've done one song. We did that one song, Through My Eyes. We did on my Baker's Dozen Volume 1 project. That was 2018. But after you dropped that solo album, and then was that just a one-off thing with Damn It Boy? Did y'all just do one? Or would you have plans on starting another one? Yeah.
And they've got another one. I mean, there's another one sitting there on file, you know, ready pretty much. I mean, I say another one, but it's maybe 7-8 songs.
It's a skeleton.
Yeah. It was supposed to be an EP anyway, you know what I mean? So it was supposed to come out after that one, but like I say, Eye for an Eye Blue, kind of, you know, they were popping, you know, things were going on with them and Bubba and stuff, and also at the same time, you know, you're trying to develop a label, man, and you're trying to get as many, I don't know, you want artists that are getting views and, you know how it goes, man. It's a money game and you need people that are going to get you some revenue coming back in or people that are worth your investment. So ended up, you know, my album kind of sat for a little while. Things wasn't going like they should. Some other, you know, other people got signed, obviously, you know. Yeah. But I am the only artist that didn't have no paperwork, you know what I'm saying, like with them. So when it comes to Damn It Boy Entertainment, man, like, it's because me and D-Ray are so close, you know, that I didn't, you know what I'm saying? All the other artists, you know, had to sign some shit and do deals and stuff. Bro, he's like, I fuck with you, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've just always been like, all right, cool. And I tried to honor that, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the, hell, most of the me sitting and not coming out with anything was me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that was the label. I could have done more on my end, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I definitely could have done more, and I could have really kept grinding and damn showed them, hey man, y'all have to put me out. You know, y'all don't have a choice. But at the same time, I kind of depended on, hey man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good right now. Everybody knows I'm good. You know, I can rap. Everything's cool. Everything's gonna be all right. And I kind of chilled, just kept chilling. You know, like, well, as soon as I put my album out, I kept chilling. And then that really wasn't the case at all. It ended up not coming out because hell, we had other artists to focus on. They were popping. You know what I'm saying? That came out back then. You know, the country rap lane had started blowing up back then, you know, a couple years back, you know what I'm saying? So they were, you know, jumping on board with what was going on and, you know, got to respect it as far as like them picking up other artists and doing their thing. But once mine sat for so long, I sat, you know, shit started happening in life where damn all, you know, just, you know, a bunch of stuff happens, dude. And you're just like, man, I don't have time for music now. This has done happened. And music is financially draining. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to them investing in music, dude, you got to have it, you know.
It's a lottery, dog.
Man, everything's a gamble. Yeah, everything's a gamble with it, man. And you don't know what the hell's going to happen. And somebody's telling you need $1,500 for this beat. And somebody's telling you it's $3,500 for this video. And then you got to pay this much for marketing to put it out. And you're just looking at a single that you damn hope. You know, hope blows up, and so it kind of got where it's like, look, man, I'm getting kind of selfish as far as like my family. I established a family early, so it got where, you know, I'm missing a lot of shit, you know, when it comes to family time. So I ended up like, hey, man, I'm a damn focus on family. I want houses, I want cars and shit, no matter what, even if music doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be straight no matter what, you know. So I ended up focusing on plan B, which is carrying my ass to work, which was going to fucking work. So I ended up going to work, and luckily, man, I've been blessed, man. I got everything that a rapper wants to get, you know what I'm saying? So that's why now that I'm here in this part and I'm older, I've got a nice house, I've got cars, my children have cars, you know what I'm saying? I can buy them cars. I'm in positions I was never in life now, but it's not music, you know what I'm saying? It's from working, you know what I mean? But and I don't really get no income from working. I mean, from music like that. I just go to work every day, you know what I mean? But I'm driven to where, like, I don't just want to work. I want to own the business, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you put me on the concrete company, I'll be the ground guy or whatever. But at the same time, like, I also want to know how the guy in the suit got there. I want to pick his brain. How the fuck we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not staying here forever for sure. So I ended up just moving up in what I can move up in management and stuff where I was at. And then now I'm like, okay, now that I got opportunity to I got more income coming off my job, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm making revenue off the job, and my bills are paid and shit. Things are going good. So I was like, man, you know what? Now I'm in a position where I can go independent. I can back myself now financially. If I need to do a video, that $3,500 video is not as bad to do now. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, because I done grown up and shit, and I'm trying to damn handle grown man shit now, you know? So, but now I can do it because I want to do music. You know, like, it got so much of put myself in a writer's block of trying to come up with a hit and trying to be that guy and trying to blow, and when really I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't need to blow now. So it's more it's almost like I get to go back to where I was doing this shit for fun and put out the music I want to put out, and it's totally different now.
It's better that way, bro.
But I learned so much, like, as far as growing up, and now I look back years ago where I was like, damn, I should have took advantage of a lot more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? When I was around those certain people and shit like that to grow and learn, but at the same time it was ego, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, hey, bro, you know, I don't have to listen to that. You know, I'm good, I can rap. But it's also a downfall, you know what I'm saying? It took me growing up to learn. I'm in my mid-30s now, you know what I'm saying? And it took, that was my 20s, you know, acting stupid and wild, and, you know,
we did the same thing in our 20s, bro.
Being fucking rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be rappers, you know? So
we came up in the same time frame where that's what it was. And when I say it's like the lottery, it's like, you know, if you go to play the lottery, you'll buy 20 lottery tickets and hope that you get something.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with music, bro. I mean, you spend this much money hoping that you make a third of it back or half of it back or something at all. And now everything's so much cheaper than it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, so when you took the break and did the family stuff and just working and getting everything together, then you jumped back into things. Shout out to Rookie. I know you and Rookie did a song. It's dope.
Yeah.
Rookie's the homie.
Yep.
And then you've been putting out stuff like on Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're working on this new music?
Yeah, and see, the TikTok thing just kicked on. There's another, hey, Tinn, you got to, well, TikTok's not just now kicking on. I'm just now kicking on TikTok because I'm old and I ain't want to fuck with it because I was like, I know I'll be addicted to that shit and I would sit there and fucking scroll all day. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not getting it. I'm bucking against it. Yeah. Then dude was like, man, you got to get on TikTok, put out some videos and stuff. Your music's on there. And I'm like, oh, I got some songs on there. Cool. I didn't even know fucking I had any songs on there. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's damn do some videos. Well, then again, my downfall, I don't know shit about doing videos. You know, like I don't know nothing about none of that stuff, which here we are, depending on somebody else to make videos again, you know what I mean? So it's kind of on the slow down. But then, now, as soon as that I jump back in like that, the reason that paused, if you're just now tuning in to the TikTok thing, is because storm hit down there where we live, tornado come through. And we busted ass on getting that storm back together as far as like working on telephone poles and shit. So
we just got busy with that.
I pretty much we was working like hell. Like we've been working like hell since all that kicked on, because I was trying to put out a damn video every 2 or 3 days. I'm trying to build content, man, and keep people involved and let them know what I'm doing. You know, it's just like, hey, bro, I ain't fell off or nothing like that. I just been handling grown man shit, you know, for a little while, and you know, I can still rap and shit. So we did the storm work and stuff, but I'm about to get back in it, which this perfect timing because this is falling right after all of that. And I've been talking to people about traveling around and hitting some studios and shit, and maybe being seen a little bit more, because I'm a hermit. I kind of like staying out in the country to myself, you know what I mean? So it's hard to be vain like that and be like, hey man, you got people telling you got to take selfies and shit all day. Hey man, you're not posting every day. You need to be putting videos out every day. You know, it's hard to damn make somebody who's not like that get like that. You know, so I'm trying, but I ain't into I'm not a model or none of that shit. I ain't trying to damn go outside. Hey bro, take my picture right now. I'm just not that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't stay on the content like I should, but I'm working, been writing and stuff. And I also purchased another studio here recently so I could have it in my house again. So we got another studio to work in. But it's just getting in there, you know. I got a little baby now. She's 2, so when I get home from work doing my thing, I am, try to play with her as long as I can. But just life. You know how it goes. Just life.
For sure. Well,
just life.
The good thing is is that you were able to get everything situated. Yeah. And now just make music because you love to make it, bro. And everybody's always like, obviously they follow, like they like your music, you're dope, and all that's really all you need. All the other stuff you can get help with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm excited that you're back doing music.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man, I'm blessed, dude.
I know that a couple of years ago, me and the homie Low Keezy did some stuff. That's my dog, man.
Shout out Low Keezy, bro.
Mark, man, I'm still wishing. I'm telling Mark, come back, bro. Start rapping.
That's the studio I bought. I bought his, yeah. Because I was recording there anyway. You know, when I needed a place to record in Georgia, I go to his house and record, and then he's like, bro, I'm done, I'm out. I was like, oh no. You know, that's no good, you know, because he's so good, you know what I mean? So good, he's fucking good, bro. But at the same time,
he's got work too. He's busy.
Bro, it's the same thing I did. I pulled out, you know what I'm saying? He just don't got no plan on coming back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't really plan on it, you know, it just kind of felt, you know, I was like, you know what, man, hell, I got a lot of music sitting. Let's see what happens with it, you know. But shout out to him, man, because he said, man, I'm going to sell my studio. And I was like, well, if you're going to sell it, man, I have to buy it because that's the only place I got to record here in Georgia. So I was like, well, I'll buy the studio from you then, you know. So I just bought all his stuff, moved it to my house, same setup I was recording on anyway. Yeah. So that's how I got on then.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I was just wanting to me and him did a couple songs a few years back, and he's a beast, bro.
He is, man. He is. I've got to work with him a lot, dude. And everything we do, I love it, man.
Yeah, all the stuff that y'all did was fire. Like,
he's just, man, he's so good. And he's a good dude, man. He's a genuine dude. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a real good guy. And that's what, like, you'll notice about me, man. I like to have good people around me. I don't need none of that bullshit.
That's how we are, too.
I just, man.
Positive vibes.
Yeah, just positive shit is what I need around me. There's enough bullshit going on. I don't need none of that other shit around me, man. It's just, we're grown now. You know, I mean, it just ain't no sense in all that bullshit going on. Like, any of that extra stuff, I don't need it. If it ain't making me no money, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, that's how I am now. Grown. I got to be about my grown shit. Got kids to worry about. Money only. But,
yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us, man. I'm glad. I'm excited for the people to start seeing more of your stuff, whether it's music or interviews or vlogs or.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, bro.
No, for sure, man. You're the homie, and we've been wanting to get it done. And here in about an hour, we're gonna sit and.
Yeah, we got other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll just be doing the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
This will probably come out before the podcast because we're banking episodes for the podcast. But regardless, we'll make sure that all your links are in the description. Y'all be sure to follow and tap in. And if you're part of ChadArmesTV's subscriber base and you don't know who Tin Man is, tap in. There's some really dope music there, and a lot of y'all probably know him from 85 Cutlass and just don't know it. Through Worm, R.I.P. Wizzle.
Yeah, R.I.P. Worm, bro.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate you.
I'm looking forward to kicking it a little bit more. And
oh yeah, we got a day ahead of us here.
No, for sure, bro. We do. I'm gonna go get Squizzles, and he's in there on daughter duty. And we're gonna make things happen, man. But y'all be sure to
make it shake. Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Tin Man, ChadArmesTV. Let's get it.
Thank y'all.